I see advisors posting all day long on social media, and I see 99% of them are doing it completely wrong. And I know this because I used to do it completely wrong as well in my insurance brokerage. However, I changed these 5 things that allowed me to skyrocket my production and have consistent inbound leads using social media. And in today's video, I'm gonna show you these exact 5 mistakes that you can completely avoid so you can start using social media today and start attracting inbound clients at scale. What is up, guys? For those of you new to the channel, my name is Philip Setter, and I've been in the insurance industry for over 10 years now, and I've been able to scale my own brokerage to 6 figures and beyond 100% online using social media and digital marketing. If you guys want to do the exact same thing in your business, I recorded a 2-hour totally free masterclass. If you comment masterclass below, I will send it to you. But without further ado, let's just get right into this video. So before we actually get into the 5 major mistakes our advisors are doing when they're using social media, and by the way, make sure you stick around to the end, of course, because I saved the best for last, and the first one is one that I see almost every single advisor doing. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about business in general, because we're talking about content marketing, we're talking about social media, but how does that really fall, pardon me, in the overall scope of our business with insurance or financial advisor, investments, or whatever you do? Here's the thing, let's just talk about business for a sec. Business is relatively easy to understand. We have a couple different segments here. I would say 4 different steps, we'll call it. Step number 1 is just like raw attention and raw eyeballs. And social media is one of the best ways that you can get raw attention or eyeballs on your product or service using Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and of course, my favorite, which is YouTube. I always say video content marketing is one of the best places that financial advisors and insurance brokers can be on because it's SEO-based content, so people are searching for it. As well, you get to show who you are. Because here's the thing, there's nothing special about me or you or any other broker. We don't have any special products or access to secret hidden products that nobody has access to. We all have a level playing field and we all have access to the exact same products. So the only reason that someone would do business with you over me over you or some other broker is because you built that know, like, and trust factor with that client, and they say, yeah, that's the guy that I want to work with. And one of the best ways that you can do that is, of course, through social media, but also through video. Just like right now, you're getting to know me as a person. You see my face, my hair, my mustache, my clothes, my personality. You start to feel like you're getting to know who I am. The exact same thing can be said for your clients. When they're searching for financial advice or insurance advice or financial planning or investments or whatever it is, when they come across your video and you're in front of the camera and you're being genuine and you're telling, a story, but you're also giving good financial advice and you're educating properly, people say like, yeah, okay, like I like this guy. I want to do business with him. This is great. So social media is one of the best places you can get raw attention. The rest of it goes like this. So raw attention or eyeballs on your product or service. Step number 2 is your funnel. And this is specific, obviously, to digital marketing. So you want to direct people into a funnel where you start to nurture them from a lead to an actual client. Because here's the thing, nobody is buying the first time they see something from you. You're not just gonna put a post out on Instagram and be like, hey, I sell insurance. And they're like, great, that's awesome, let me buy insurance. Doesn't work like that. You need to nurture them down from a complete stranger to an actual client, and we do that through something known as a funnel. You have top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and bottom of the funnel, and we'll just talk about it a little bit in this video. I have other videos on it, but that's step number 2. Step number 3 is now we have a booked meeting or a filled out application. We're at the next step now, and so now you actually have to sell your product or service. So if it's insurance, it could be a combination of product or services, whatever it is, now you actually need to sell. You need to get in front of that client and be like, okay, great, here's, we got to sign on the dotted line. Here's what I recommend. Let's get a term product, a whole life, disability, CI, DI, investments, financial planning, whatever it is. Now you need to sell them. And of course, step number 4 is just dollar signs, right? Now you're actually making money. So if you're not making money, something is broken in those 3 fundamental steps. Either you're not getting enough raw attention, something's wrong with your funnel, or at the end, if you are getting booked meetings, but they're not closing, something's wrong with you. not personally, but something's wrong with your sales. You need to figure out your communication style, something you're saying during the meeting. Maybe you're coming on too strong. Maybe you're not coming on strong enough. Maybe you're not bringing a sense of urgency. Whatever it is, you need to figure that out. But that is the essence of business. But we're not going to be talking about everything here. We're only going to be talking about a small section, which is social media and the mistakes, of course, that people make. Social media is one part of the raw eyeballs. But let's just break right into it here. So yeah, like I said, there's 5 major mistakes that we're gonna go through that I see advisors on a day-to-day basis making. And the first one, I actually have so many examples here that we're gonna go through that like once you see it, like you can't unsee it. This is gonna be like in your brain for the rest of the day, hopefully forever. So number 1 is posting generic corporate content. So you just go and you make a few images. You might go on Canva, you might, find some photos on Pexel, whatever it is that people are looking for. I see this all the time, and people think that they're gonna actually get clients this way by just posting generic content that has nothing to do with them. It's absolutely faceless. So hang on, let me get my little writing machine here. Go over there, and we're gonna go red. Number 1, you look like every other advisor. In an industry like insurance or financial advisory or investing or financial planning, here's the thing, like I said, there is nothing special about you or me besides us. And when you have thousands and thousands of these generic videos and pictures and social media posts that all look exactly the same, none of your clients are looking at that and saying, yeah, I want to do business with that guy because he posted a husband and a wife overlooking, the ocean, talking about retirement. Nobody cares about that, okay? Using stock images, generic compliance language that you're saying, zero emotion or personality. So let's actually get into this. Why can't I zoom in here? It might be, I know why. Okay, here we go. Let's actually look into these. I pulled up some of these images. I did a very quick look through my LinkedIn. I have tons of advisors that are connected with me on LinkedIn. I obviously erased all of their little things. Do you notice something about all of this? Like, they're all exactly, what does this say? Does this convey anything to you? Some random some random family looking out onto the ocean, some generic little umbrella. How many times have we seen a freaking umbrella in insurance? Like, this umbrella. None of these, look, this is exactly the same as this one. These aren't the same people. Again, these people are just sitting there looking, life insurance policy, tax benefits. This is just the AI generated image, which I just think is a bunch of slop. And as soon as I see crap like this, I immediately just skip it by. And I'm like, they put zero work into it. So you can see here, this is just a bunch of generic crap. There's nothing that sets these people apart. There's nothing that makes you want to say hey, I actually, really want to work with this person. So what can you do instead of that? You can actually create a strong personal brand. I have many other videos on a personal brand, so I'm not going to get into it super in depth. But one of the biggest things you need to realize, and again, the bigger mistakes that I made as an insurance broker, is I tried to hide behind a corporation or a corporate name. So I tried to hide behind, let's say this is my corporation right here, corp. At the end of the day, here's the thing. I now have 2 or 3 different companies actually, and they all have corporate names. However, I am the person. So Setter is the person that is pushing all of these companies forward. The biggest brands in the world, Kylie Jenner, Elon Musk, all these people with huge companies, they are the forefront of the company. Let's take Tesla, for example, and SpaceX. Whether you like Elon Musk or not, he's one of the richest person in the world. Whether you like him or not, it doesn't matter. Think about the fact that Tesla has a very unique product. They've developed proprietary e-technology for their electric vehicles, EVs. And they have, you could say, they have a very unique product. It's way better than the competition. It looks nicer, it's faster, it's cooler, it's awesome, right? And that's an actual unique product. What do you have that's unique from any other insurance broker or financial advisor? Nothing. And if Elon Musk has to do personal branding and himself push the company forward, what makes you think that you can post this crap right here and get clients? It'll never, ever, ever happen. So number one, you need to, whether you are a corporation, like you have a corporate name, like, I don't know, Strong Financial or something like that, I'm just coming up with a name. Whether you have a corporate name or not, you as the individual broker are the one that is pushing the company forward. So whether you're just, let's say you're John Doe, whether your company is just called John Doe Insurance and you're pushing that forward, or your company is called Strong Financial, John Doe is pushing that company forward. So you need to realize right now, you are not in the game of insurance. You're in the game of personal branding and marketing. And the sooner you learn that, the sooner you're gonna stop wasting your time posting generic crap like this that nobody cares about. So that's the first thing you need to do. Sorry, this has gotten a little messy. Now, many different ways you can do that. Obviously, I made other videos about that, but just a few here. Always lead with headshots and personal photos. So when you are making any posts, whatever it is, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, obviously the video platforms are video platforms, but anything that you're making a post on and anything that you're making a video on, you are front and center. You're in front of the camera. You're the one taking a picture. So do not post generic stock photos and corporate crap. Start actually getting in front of a camera, taking some photos of you, hire a photographer, whatever you need to do, and start building out your personal brand. One last thing that I'll leave you here, because obviously I have so many more videos on personal branding, a color scheme, SCHEME. Find some type of color that resonates with you. Many different ways you can do this. I have ChatGPT prompts where I break down how you create your own personal brand. I have videos on it, many different ways. Pick a color and have something that people can easily recognize, whatever it is. I have the slate green that you see in all of my pictures and all my banners on all my different social media accounts. That's something that's easily recognizable. People see, oh, the slate green, that's Philip. It stands out more than just some photo of you. You need to take it a step further, but if you combine the color scheme with your personal photo and headshots, that is a good start. Obviously, I could talk forever about, coming up with a niche market, coming up with an actual bio about who you serve, how you serve them, what problems you actually solve. But that's step number one. Figure out your personal branding. Stop posting generic corporate crap. Step number two, lack of consistency. I did this for years and years and years. So number one, posting only when you feel inspired. So you don't actually have a set schedule. You just think, oh yeah, I feel good today, I'm gonna post on LinkedIn. I don't feel good today, I'm not gonna post on it. I have something interesting to say, now I'm gonna post on it. People that actually make it in the game of social media, they don't post only when they feel inspired. They have a schedule that they stick to rigorously every single month without fail, consistently over a long period of time. This other one here, try something for a while and then you give up. I unfortunately did that for years. I started making videos in 2017. I made like 20 of them. I put them out. Nobody watched them. So I said, nah, videos don't work. Then in 2020, I put more videos out. I think I put out like 50 on YouTube or something like that. Nobody watched them at first. So I said, nah, YouTube doesn't work for financial advisors. Luckily, thank God, some of those videos actually did start to get traction 6 to 12 months after I put them out, and I had stopped making videos at this point. I was like, nope, I give up, doesn't work. I'm gonna try it for a little bit, didn't work. I was bouncing between, I'm gonna try this and then try that and try that, and I had no consistency. Luckily, some of the videos on YouTube did start to take off, and I got a few clients sporadically through it, and I was like, oh my God, YouTube does actually work. I just need to stay consistent. So, yeah, lack of consistency, starting something and then all of a sudden it doesn't work in the first month or 3 months or 6 months, so giving up and moving on to another thing. I did this in my career and I see it all the time with other advisors doing it. I'll see them on LinkedIn or Facebook, they'll make a whole bunch of posts and then all of a sudden they'll be gone for a year or two and they'll be on to another platform. They tried TikTok, doesn't work, then they tried Instagram Reels, doesn't work, then they tried YouTube, doesn't work, and then they go back again. They tried writing a book, but they didn't publish it enough. They tried writing blog posts, but it didn't quite work. They tried running ads, it didn't work. Here's the thing. Anything will work. Anything that you do from a marketing standpoint, if you put in the time, the reps, you learn it, you learn, adapt, and evolve, and grow with whatever platform you pick, it will work. You just need to stay committed. So instead of doing this, come up with some type of schedule. So for me on YouTube, this is super easy. Every single month, without fail, I commit to 8 long videos, long form, and 5 to 10 shorts. Every single month, this is my non-negotiable. No matter what happens during the month, I will always do this many videos. And I have a schedule of what I do. So hang on, let me go here. So how this works for me, I batch all my content. So on the 15th of the month, I go and I script all my videos. So I come up with all my ideas, and I come up with all my scripts. So I outline everything and I come up with everything. Okay, I have everything that I need to start recording. By the 20th of the month, I'm recording. And depending on how busy I am, sometimes it takes me a little bit longer, but I aim to have everything done between the 20th and the 30th of each month done. So now I'm editing them, or in my case, sending them to my editor. And at this point, I'm always scheduling 1 month in advance. So for example, right now, we're just getting into December. It is November 25th. So I have all of December already scheduled. It's already done. And it is the 25th, so I'm just finishing up. This is the last video that I need to create for the current batch. And this will be scheduled for January. So then for the following month, from the 1st to the 10th, that's when they're being edited, or they'll be finished editing. And then usually around the 10th, I'll have them scheduled for the next month. For next month. When you commit to a schedule and you batch your content in this way, it just becomes part of your month. You start to plan all of your processes around it. For example, I book days off that I'm recording, and I usually record anywhere from 8 a.m. till 12 p.m. in a 4-hour segment, and I usually do anywhere from 3 to 4 videos depending on how I'm feeling, researching scripts, getting my mind into it, wrapping my head around what I'm gonna say, etc. And I book those days off. I have no meetings, I have no phone calls, I turn my phone on silent, I get in front of the camera, and I start to do it. So come up with some type of schedule that you can actually commit to. It doesn't matter, whatever it is, just commit to something, whether it's for long form, by the way, long form, anywhere from 10 to 35 minutes, whatever it is, and shorts are under 60 seconds, pardon me. Whatever it is, commit to, make a schedule and commit to following it. The second thing in here, which I actually kind of accidentally, this one right here, I accidentally covered it. Commit to actions, not results. If you commit to results, you're immediately going to be discouraged when you don't see something happen in the first 10 days, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, whatever it is. You're going to say like, ah, crap, this doesn't work. I don't want to do this anymore. This sucks. If you instead commit to the actions and say, okay, I'm gonna make videos on YouTube for 1 year or 2 years. The longer that you can push your expectations out, the higher of a chance you have to actually succeed. And I promise, if you continue to put it out and you continue to learn, adapt, evolve, you will make it work. You just need to push your expectations out and continue to do it. So if you can just, instead of focusing on the results, just commit to the actions. I need to, every single month, record 8 videos and 5 to 10 shorts. That's all I need to do. Okay. 8 videos, I got that. 5 to 10 shorts, I got that. I'm gonna do that for a year solid, or 2 years. The longer you can push it out, the better. This is how you overcome lack of consistency. Going down to number 3, trying to be perfect. Luckily, I've never had this mistake, and I don't know if that's, I actually do know that this is a good thing. However, I see this a lot of the times when I talk to people. I have tons of advisors that call me, and every single advisor that signs up for my software company, which is PolicyStream, they see the system that we built out for automating applications, needs analysis, compliance, all of that. And the first thing that almost every single one of those advisors say is, oh, how do you do your marketing? How do you drive traffic to this website? And when I tell them, like, yeah, I do video content marketing, I do this, I do that, I do this, they're like, oh, great, like, okay, what do I want to start this. What do I need? I'm like, literally nothing, just start. Like, get your phone and put your phone in front of you and start recording, like whatever it is. And they, oh, okay, wait, I gotta do some things first. I'm gonna have to I gotta get a camera, and I gotta make sure the lighting's good, and I gotta make sure. It's like, no. That will all come in time. You just need to like get in front of it and start. You're never gonna learn by researching. You're gonna learn, yes, you need to research some, but you need to learn by doing. That's actually how you get better at any type of social media, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or anything for that matter, is actually doing it, not by reading about it. So this is what most people do. They wait until everything is perfect before starting. They over-focus on things that don't matter, and they have analysis paralysis. They're just thinking, oh, what if I do it this way? What if I do it that way? I see this all the time with every advisor that talks to me. Everyone says they want to start video content marketing, and I tell them exactly how to do it, and then they still don't do it. And I call them like, hey, what happened? And they're like, oh, I gotta look at this still. No, you don't. You don't have to look at anything. Just pick up your phone and start recording. Like, that's it. You don't need to do any of that stuff. That stuff will come with time. So, a couple things here. Number one, progress over perfection. In my office upstairs, I have on my whiteboard, giant letters, progress over perfection and discipline equals freedom. Those are my two mantras that I live by every single day, both in business as well as any other area of my life. This has served me very well. If you go look back, now I've hidden a lot of the videos now, but I have hundreds of videos that I've recorded that are terrible. Like, I look back at them and I cringe. I'm thinking like, what was I saying? Like, they're so bad. But it was because of those videos and because of the content and all the cringe things that I did that taught me, and I was able to learn through that process how to get in front of the camera, be comfortable, be genuine, and actually just create content that people enjoy. The only way you're gonna learn that is if you just start. Focus again on progress over perfection. The next thing that I wanna say that you need to think about, especially with video content marketing, think about your first 50 videos that you put on your channel as an apprenticeship. Like, obviously try and make them as best as you can. Try and make the best thumbnails, the best SEO, the best tags, the best titles, the best hooks, the best content, etc., the best scripting. However, assume that nothing's gonna happen for the first 50 videos. Even the first 50 videos on this channel, we're still only, 816. So this is the 24th video that we'll be putting out on this channel. I still expect nothing on this channel because I'm figuring out, I've made many videos for insurance and how to get clients, or how I get clients, for insurance. But however, I don't know exactly what you guys like to watch yet. I don't know how financial advisors resonate with this content. YouTube hasn't figured out my algorithm. They don't know who to serve my content to. So you need to take the first 50 videos and literally think of them like a wash. Like, nothing's gonna happen except you're gonna get an apprenticeship into the world of video content marketing. This is one of the ways that you can just get past trying to make everything perfect. If you take that stress off your plate and know that, hey, the first 50 videos are gonna be throwaway videos anyways. Try and make them as good as possible, but they are going to just be, think of it like your apprenticeship. You'll have a much better time. So, going on to number 4, you have a weak call to action. This is something that I see not with myself, for sure. I've definitely gotten, I've figured out my funnel and my call to action and all of those other things there. However, I shouldn't say it wasn't always that way. Definitely from 2016 to 2019, I had a really poor call to action. But I see this all the time where people will make content, but then they're not actually leading them anywhere, or they don't have any funnel in place, or they're just like, yeah, if you want to get a hold of me, just send me a message, or say hi and we can work together. You need to make the next step as clear as possible so people know exactly where they need to go next. So, a couple things here. No clear audience. When you try to sell to everyone, you sell to no one. You've heard that before. I had the most success in my insurance business when I had 2 different target markets. Number 1 was I targeted business owners from 2016 to 2020, at which point COVID happened, all of my marketing was shut down, and I needed to pivot into something else. And so I chose to pivot into the family market. And obviously in the second market, everyone who knows me knows that I'm a huge mountain climber myself. So mountain sports enthusiast, rock climber, alpine climber, backcountry skier. And I built a target market around that. If you sell to everyone, you sell to no one. If you have no clear audience and you have no clear problem if you can't say who you serve, what problem you fix, and how you fix that problem, you're going to be fighting a very uphill battle because you're going to be competing with the 99% of other advisors who do the exact same thing. Number 2, the audience doesn't know what to do next. So it doesn't matter how much content you're putting out on all these different platforms. If you don't have a clear next step to say, hey, this is where you go. This is the actual next place that you go. Go to this spot, click this link, DM me, or comment this for this lead magnet, whatever it is. If you don't have that in place, you're gonna be fighting an uphill battle. Or 3, you have no funnel to nurture. So you might just have like some basic form that says like, get in touch with me, and that's all you have. People, that is too much of an ask for people to go from, I don't know you at all, I just saw an article, or I saw, not an article, but a Facebook post, Instagram post, whatever it is, something on YouTube, to like automatically fill out this lengthy form. You are gonna have, again, a very difficult time in this industry, because you're jumping from they barely know you, they don't know, like, and trust you, or they barely do, to you're trying to get them to bottom of the funnel, which is book a call. Oh. Hang on, hold that thought. That's my bread. I got to take it out of the oven. So the way that you actually nurture people down from being a complete stranger to actually booking a call with you is through what's known as a funnel. So I have here tofu, mofu, bofu. This is top of the funnel. Here we go, hang on. This is top right here. This is middle, and this is bottom. So typically you have a lead magnet up here. Lead magnet. This is top of the funnel, so a lead magnet could be something like a PDF or some type of valuable resource that they're giving their email to you in exchange for that. Middle of the funnel is, let's say, email nurture and nurture. And retargeting through could be meta ads, could be Google ads, etc. And then bottom of the funnel, this is now either, let's say, an application or a call, a sales call. And then down here, we make money. If you do not have a funnel, you need to build a funnel, because typically out of, let's say, 1,000 people that get into your funnel, out of that, you're probably only gonna have 5 to 10 that actually convert and you make money out of. So I would say maybe like, let's say 5 to 15. That's 0.5 to 1.5% conversion, somewhere in there. So if you don't have a funnel, you need to build a funnel. I see this all the time, people not having a funnel, and it's insane. I can't believe people nowadays with digital marketing and social media don't have some type of funnel. We're not gonna talk about that right now. We'll talk about that at the end of the video. The last mistake that I see advisors making, and that is not being genuine. So here's the thing. You can do everything right that I just said. You can get in front of the camera, you can be posting consistently, you can be a strong call to action, you can have a funnel, you can do every other, you can be consistent, all the other mistakes that I put, I can't remember them all off the top of my head. However, if you get in front of the camera, or you're just writing posts and you're just using ChatGPT and you have no personality, actually I'll just read it out here, no personality, stiff corporate tone, and lack of personal connection. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, people want to do business with other people that they know, like, and trust. And if you're just getting in front of the camera and you're just like, welcome to my channel. Today, I'll be talking to you about term life insurance and permanent life. No one is gonna connect with you. They say stories tell, or hang on, wait, stories sell, facts tell. Hang on, I got that wrong. If you are not being genuine and you're being stiff and corporate and awkward and just like a robot in front of the camera, no one's gonna wanna do business with you. No one's gonna connect with you. You probably will get a few clients here or there, but you're never going to be able to massively scale your business. So here's a few tricks to get in front of the camera, and I've been obviously getting better every year. I mean, I think now even making videos, I'm much more comfortable in front of the camera than I was 5 years ago or 4 years ago or 3 years ago. But the more that you can be genuine and just be yourself, there's no reason to put up, we're gonna be doing this, for whatever marketing you decide to do, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, it doesn't matter. You need to continue to do it for the rest of your life. And furthermore, not even that, door knocking, cold calling, seminars, whatever it is that you do, you need to continue to do that marketing for the rest of your life. So if you're trying to put on a facade, if you're trying to pretend, if you're being a fake person, that is gonna be very difficult to do for the rest of your life. So instead of doing that, people are scared oh, maybe people won't like me, or maybe, I don't wanna be myself too much because of whatever reason. Here's the thing. If you're not gonna be yourself, what are you gonna be, this fake person for the next 40 years or 50 years? That's insane. So you might as well just be yourself, be natural and genuine, and then if people don't like you, fine. I don't wanna do business with you anyways. If you don't like me as a person, if you're watching this video and you're like, this guy's an idiot, great. exit the video and leave. I don't want to work with you. But if you're like, wow, I really like this guy. He's authentic, he's genuine, he says what he actually means. I want to do business with him. If that's the case, I really want to work with you because you're someone that already understands exactly who I am. So I don't need to be fake. I can be myself when I communicate with you. So obviously, it's easier said than done. You're thinking like, okay, great, Philip. Everyone says to be genuine and be authentic. How do I actually do that? So here is one of the best ways that you can do it. Okay, so number one, yeah, story, sell, facts, tell, personal, relatable. That is fine, okay? This is it right here. This focus, hang on, I'm actually gonna erase some of these so you can actually see it. Focus on intent. This is one of the easiest ways that you can get in front of the camera and you can actually be authentic. And I'll explain what I'm trying to say here. So if you get in front of the camera and the first thing that you're thinking of is, oh crap, okay, I gotta get my hook, I gotta get this, okay, what am I gonna say, how do I do this, how do I do that, how am I looking in front of the camera, how do people perceive me, etc. You're gonna get in your own head and you're gonna put on this facade where you're just like a robot, like The easiest way that you can get out of your head and start to be more genuine and authentic is to think about the actual end viewer. So think about who is consuming your content, whether it's video content or Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is. Think about the actual person. And I do this before every single video. I look into the camera and I think, what am I trying to actually achieve with this person? And for advisors, I truly am trying to help you guys avoid all the mistakes that I made in this business and sell online, scale faster, and live life on your terms, and share what I've been able to build in this business with you, all the things that I wish I knew early on. And I think about myself in the industry and how misguided I was and how lost I was and how much of a struggle it was. I think about that and I think about, wow, what if I could talk to my previous self and give myself the knowledge and education, everything that I have now? I think about you as the end user, you personally. So when you're doing whatever it is, video content, post, whatever it is, think about who you're actually helping. When I made insurance content all the time, I genuinely thought about the person and what I was trying to achieve. When I was talking about term life insurance versus permanent, or UL policies or infinite banking or whatever it was, I was genuinely trying to help them. Like, guys, listen, like, here's the thing about this product and why this one might be better. I genuinely wanted to help them. And so if you can start to put your thought process and focus on the actual intent that you're trying to bring, which is to bring value to the person that you're talking to, it'll get you out of your head. It'll allow you to be more authentic and more genuine in front of the camera and bring you out of that facade. Two things that I want to say before I wrap up this video. Number one, this is the bread that I made, just in case you wanted to see. That is amazing. And number two, now that you know all about the mistakes to avoid, you're probably wondering, okay, I can generate traffic. What do I do when I get that traffic? Click here to watch a video about how you can build a funnel and my exact funnel that I use in my business to generate 6 figures and more in my insurance brokerage. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions or comments, just drop them below. And as always, if you're enjoying it, just give me a thumbs up and I'll see you guys in the next one.